thank you for joining us. She's in the business of preserving equilibrium through nutrition. She is a holistic health researcher, GwenC. She's author of the soon-to-be-published Nature Signature, and she's been spending some time in Dominica finding out all about the wonderful nature secrets that we can share with the rest of the world. This is going to be a fascinating journey, I promise you. Don't move the dial, we're back in just a moment. Health researcher and author GwenC joins us this evening. Nice to see you, Gwen. How is everything?
Greetings.
Greetings.
Everything is wonderful, and I thank you so much for inviting me in to enjoy your audience. And I'd first like to thank them very much, Mr. Linton. They gave me so much love for the Hang Show last week until I just have to say thank you, Dominica. I love you. Thank you, too.
All right. You came to Dominica a couple of years ago, and what?
I came to Dominica. I was relaxing, read an article in the newspaper, I think it was the Tropical, that Maxine Waters and the late Honorable Rosie Douglas had a conversation about diversifying from the banana.
Maxine Waters is your
She's
California
our honorable
Congresswoman, right?
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely. Very strong sister. And they were discussing the diversification. I didn't hear her specify anything in particular that they should diversify from. And I had been wondering for a while how come the island had not been involved in developing natural products, since that is the fastest growing market in the industry. So I decided that I would suggest to them through a proposed idea that they begin to look at the resources that were laying dormant. For me, that was the sulfur mud, the sulfur water, the Gaiac mud, and the very, very rich seaweeds, in particular spirulina, the algae that are in the water.
Let's go over those. You thought of four things that we had in Dominica that we could be sharing with the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
Spirulina was one of them, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Then what was it?
Gaiac water.
What is Gaiac water?
Water is a wonderful, wonderful mineral water. It's a cool water that runs down a ravine in the back of the sulfur springs in Sophia. It is so rich in minerals that it will clear your skin instantly from mosquito bites, from any type of rashes, gives you energy, washes the mucus out the nose and the eyes in a very miraculous way. Wonderful drinking water. The scientists that I invite here, they drink 55 ounces a day of it. People come from the French countries and different parts of this island also and fill up 5-gallon containers. It's a wonderful water to drink.
Okay, so there's spirulina, that's the sea algae.
Yes.
There's the Gaiac water.
Yes.
There's sulfur.
Yes. Now the sulfur.
And the black mud.
And the black mud. Sulfur is just an organic miracle in itself. Organic sulfur takes pain out the body. Snoring is a deficiency of organic sulfur. It heals that. Organic sulfur grows hair. Organic sulfur clears skin. I don't know what organic sulfur doesn't do. It shrinks and dissolves cysts and tumors. An all around.
What's the story with the black mud?
The black mud is where leaves, okay, oftentimes you would find black mud at lagoons where the sea algae grows out of the water onto the dirt and goes deep down inside the dirt and turn it very black. You know, your algae are, most of them are green and so it's plenty chlorophyll. So you get lots of vitamins when it goes down into the mud and the dirt and turns it black. You'll see some black mud today in the hot water pools that are down in the bottom, but black mud, Israel has been selling mud to the world for decades and decades. We buy a 4-ounce package of mud from the Dead Sea for $30 to $40 US. When I was in
4 ounces?
4 ounces.
And the difference between the Dead Sea and our sea is what?
Paul didn't part the waters. That's what the scientists in Ghana told me when I discovered it on their salt ponds. And salt, again, is a wonderful way to revamp your economy. You can't run out of salt with all the sea that you have here. The big spas, the health food stores, the big beauty supply stores, and I'm talking about the wealthy ones, they buy sea salt. Sea salt detoxes the body, it takes stress out the body, it reduces swelling in the body. People even use sea salt for seasoning their food. It's much better than the iodine salt. So salt itself is a wonderful seller. It should be on that list being number 5.
All right, so in your book, Nature's Signature, you explore all of these possibilities.
Yes. Nature's Signature is a book that's going to replace Back to Eden by Jeffrey Gross, which has been out a long, long time, 40, 50 years probably. And then A Diet for Folks Who Eat Cooking with Mother Nature by Dick Gregory was also a great seller. This book will actually outsell all of them. This book is fantastic. It's really much bigger than me. If you read through it, you see there's almost nothing that was left out in terms of basic common sense. You don't need a medical degree. You don't have to go see a doctor. It's basic common sense. If you just reflect back to some of the things your grandparents, your aunts and uncles taught you, garlic is natural antibiotic. Onion is natural penicillin. It just teaches the very basic. You become your doctor. It connects you with yourself. It connects you with your culture. It teaches you what the melanin dominant people are made up with and what they must and must not have in order to have longevity, to have liberty without pain and suffering.
Your thesis, Gwen, is that we need to learn all this stuff so that we connect better with ourselves.
Yes.
We get a better sense of who we are, and in getting that better sense of who we are, understand some of the things that we can give the rest of the world, and in so doing, earn ourselves a better place in the international trade of goods and services. That's pretty much the broad set?
Absolutely, Mr. Linton. One of the things that I see here, and you know I love Dominica and Dominicans, but I'm not so sure what you all are giving back to the world. People here tend to think that they're extremely poor, but I've seen many places much, much poorer than this, and even in the United States, and really you do have a lot to offer. In my opinion, God has ordained this as the nature island, and we are supposed to help nature assist in the liberty, the longevity, and the health of the world. Let me give you another example of that. You see, dirt grows food. This is why dirt sells. Mud takes pain out the body, reduces stress, heals the skin, and it grows your food. So it's really not dirty. It's not anything to run from, it's something to run to, it's something to bond. Now the wonderful thing about sulfur mud that I've discovered, sulfur mud is actually melanin, Earth's melanin, okay? Anytime you have a substance like sulfur that goes from yellow, brown, red, black, and you can even find white lava, white volcanic ash, and white alum in there. So you get the whole spectrum, just like melanated people. We are all colors. Melanin dominant people are of all shades. And in that wall, one of the walls we'll see in the video, you see all of those colors right in there. So what I've done is I've taken C melanin, which is your spirulina, earth melanin, which is your sulfur, and combine them with fruit acids, other antibiotic plants that will actually soulmate with us so well that germs and viruses will not be able to actually live in our bodies.
All right, this is sounding almost too good to be true, but Gwen Thomas Carter is with us, and we had a chance to take her to some of her secret places in Dominica. This is out in the Soufriere area.
Sacred, not secret.
Sacred places. And yeah, if we could just get it up, guys, and Gwen will talk us through exactly what we are looking at.